Welcome back. Today's lovely episode will be in a direct response. Someone, as in, when I say someone, I mean basically 1,000 people, ask, "Hey Darren, I'm confused. How do you wash your microfiber cloths?" So this is, I'm going to cut to the chase here. This is what you need to know. Heat kills. What do I mean by that? Well, microfiber cloths are what I call the ninth wonder of the world. It is the softest, most absorbent, lint-free cloth that you can use. If you have never used a microfiber cloth, you are truly missing out. Promise you this, you are missing out. They outperform any other type of material. Now, the reason I went to material instead of just calling it a microfiber cloth is because they can come in endless configurations, endless textures, colors, thickness, GSMs, which is grams per square meter. So it's a very convoluted and complex subject. The point is microfiber is 2 thumbs up. You can't get better. But when I say heat kills, the problem is that heat, whether it's water or drying them, kills these. What do I mean by kill? Specifically, what happens is the fibers, the microfibers, I'm being literal here, the microfibers of these will dry out and become brittle. Now, if you think lint was a problem with your other inferior cloths, well, wait till you torch one of these babies. And now you're working on your nice, freshly polished paint, or you're trying to finesse the windows so that they're perfectly clean and streak-free. And now it's leaving these ultra-fine little fibers on the surface, and you're perplexed. You're like, WTF, what is going on here? That's because you've torched your microfiber cloths. So how do I wash it? Cool water. I dry it in low temperature heat. To even say that it's heat might be a misstatement because it's really just warm. So that's my simple answer is cold water, cool temperature setting as in warm on your dryer. Washer, dryer. Cold water, low temperature setting as in warm, whatever that means on your particular dryer. Second question, do you need a dedicated microfiber cleaning soap, detergent, whatever you want? Well, the simple answer would be yes. Now, if you're a cynic like myself, then you might not be saying like, oh wow, really? I need a special detergent just to clean my microfibers? Well, no, you don't. But are they designed specifically and specially for microfibers? Yes, they are. So if you really care about your microfibers, because you can dump a bunch of money on these, which I have. This one is not one of those. This is what I default to as kind of my go-to workhorse. They're the Kirkland brand. And if you check the links below every video, there's going to be links that will take you to my website where I go into even greater detail and I elaborate as to what I use these for, why I choose these versus some of these more expensive ones. These happen to be from Autofiber. So thumbs up to Autofiber. Thank you, Ian, specifically, because they make a rocking set of different types of microfiber cloths. But back to the point for a moment, which is this. You can choose whatever detergent you want. What you don't want to use is hot water. You don't want to use fabric softener to make them softer because fabric softener will actually coat these with something that, yeah, it will feel softer, but it's not recommended for the microfiber cloth. So no fabric softener of any kind, which also means that when you put them in the dryer, like let's say you've got your honey doing the washing for you and she or he thinks like, oh yeah, I always throw a dryer sheet into the dryer to make things smell good and make them softer or anti-static. No, 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 and no. No fabric softener, no dryer sheets. Cool water, cool temp when you dry them. It's that simple. But to go for a little bit of a deeper dive down into that, I will segregate my cloths. Everything gets transitioned. So here we have a virgin microfiber cloth. It's a Kirkland brand. So this I will reserve for the nicer work. Once it gets washed, Then it comes out based on what I did in the detailing task and how dirty it is, and then I downgrade it. Essentially, I have 3 levels of this type of cloth. Now here, for example, we have a microfiber. It's got 2 different textures. We've got the finer texture on the one side. We've got a more fluffier texture on the other side. We've got a ribbing around it. For example, here is an edgeless microfiber cloth, but it's got this, actually it's got 2 different textures. So literally anything goes with microfibers. Point is only you can decide how you want to segregate them. I don't necessarily wash everything together. But here, wait for it, comes the 3rd main point, which is you never, and this is a biggie, never commingle traditional or normal types of materials, laundry, cloths, whatever you want to call it, with microfibers. So regardless of the type of microfiber, for example, this is a waffle weave microfiber cloth. Those get washed and dried together. I would never bust out, for example, a beach towel, 100% cotton. You think, oh, what's the big deal, Darren? It's cotton, it's soft, no big deal. This will fling, it will shed lots of lint and material in the washing and drying process. What will happen is it will be disturbing. I'll just say that. Because every shedding piece of cotton from those towels will now cling to life on these. You will, in essence, have destroyed this cloth and make it almost unusable for most of your detailing jobs. Not all. Obviously, it's not a complete waste. You just would have to downgrade it to like maybe cleaning the tires or wheels or something like that. Point is you keep these separate. How you separate your microfiber cloths while you wash them is up to you. Perhaps you can say like ultra dirty are going to be washed separately while still all being microfiber cloths. And then the less ultra dirty, maybe you'll wash separately. So that is the line of demarcation. So let's pretend there's separation here, which there actually is, so we don't have to pretend. So all microfibers get washed together, but maybe you've got some dirtier ones over here, less dirty here. So you decide, I'm going to wash the really, really dirty ones together, but the point is it's still microfiber cloths. Any other type of cloth, towel, sheet, whatever, gets washed completely separate from any of your microfiber cloths. I hope I'm making sense and I'm illustrating the point here. Heat kills, cool water, low drying temperature. No fabric softeners of any kind, including dryer sheets. Keep microfiber cloths separate from any other cloth, clothing, anything else. I don't care what it is, wash it separately. Only microfibers can be washed and dried together. Got it? It's as straightforward as that. Can you use other detergents? Yes, you can. As long as it's a detergent made for cloth materials, that kind of stuff. Do I recommend a dedicated microfiber detergent? Yes, I do would be the simple answer. But if you're on an ultra tight budget and you don't want to buy something special or unique, I get it. It's not going to make or break your world, but I do recommend it. Okay, let me discuss, before I close, let me just show you some of the endless versions of microfiber cloths, because there is no limitation as to how they can be manufactured. Here we have a 2-colored cloth, which I used to hate, but now I like because I use it as a visual indicator as to what I'm choosing a cloth for. For example, I may use this side, the blue side, to do the initial, let's say I'm using a quick detailer. So this would be the initial wipe. I flip it over and I know that the gray cloth is used for the final buff. So, and this is what's called an edgeless. It doesn't have a normal rib like this does. It's got a nice silky edge to it. Hence, they call these edgeless. This has an edge. It's up to you. It's really just a personal preference. Here I've got a sponge that's got a nylon mesh on the one side, but microfiber on the other side. Here I've got just a microfiber sponge. It's the same material on both sides. There's just a demarcation based on colors. Here is another sponge. It's just thicker. So once again, there is no limitation into how they come. I just want to answer that very specific question in like 6,493 words or less. Hopefully I've done that for you. Once again, check the links below. If in fact you have learned anything today, it might be just one single point, give me a thumbs up. Literally mouse over it, thumbs up it, if that even makes sense. And with that said, I will close there, and I will see you on the very next video.